If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gators will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ray. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Ole Miss offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go right back to him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On third down, he drops to throw. The quick out. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Rebels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Gators offense will have its first possession of the game. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to pass, it's Lagway. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ball. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And frankly, that's a completion. It's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
When you're a defensive lineman, you're trying to get underneath the offensive lineman as fast as possible, dive in there and create like a pile in the backfield where the quarterback can't move his feet. Because you see the quarterback on QB sneaks, grabs the football and tries to just keep his feet moving and just try to get an inch or a yard, whatever it takes. But the defensive linemen have to do a good job of getting in the backfield.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Gators are on the move. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Trying play action. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Leaves it with the running back. He's stopped short, and it's fourth down. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
How about the effort by the running back? Great job. Listen, it's not an ideal situation, but when you get yourself backed up like that and it's third and eternity, you put yourself in a bad situation. He almost climbed out of it single-handedly. Nice run, nice effort by the running back.
Punt is in the air. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Lacey. There he goes. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Stribling. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
So now it's second and long. The give from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Bringing the heat. Release to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's ball. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Glagway. Got the tight end outside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And that's a really difficult route to handle if you can get a big fella working the outside in the corner like that.
No doubt, because he runs upfield first and then makes a beeline towards the sideline. So whether it's man or zone, you can throw that football away from the defender and make some big plays.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
One guy up front loses his focus, and it leads to that sack. And it's unfortunate because they had all 11 guys on the same page these last 2 drives. Obviously scoring a touchdown the last time out and really doing a nice job even on this drive of moving the football. And then it comes to that one critical 3rd down, one guy not doing what he's supposed to do, and now you're set up in 4th and long, and it looks like they're going to have to punt.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Handoff from the gun. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Stribling. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Haas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive.
Turning it on! Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Haas. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Caught in the backfield, it's dribbling. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going, got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously, trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
The Rebels look to do some damage in the red zone. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up first and goal.
Looking to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! The extra point here would tie the game. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. To the ground with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Off the play fake on first down. Connection to the right. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Mr. Two Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Offense working from the pistol. Here's the handoff. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And this one is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
From the gun, the ground game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Catch in the middle, it's Lee. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And the Rebels are rolling down the field. On the run, it's Lacey. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're testing the right side here. Shakes off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Haas. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking to throw on first down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Wants to throw again. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Man, did he get walloped on that play.
He did. He got smashed, but what happened? He got the touchdown. That's all that matters. I don't care if I get hit, Coach. I got me a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm.
Breaks into the open. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off and he gets the first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's got room. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
The Gators are on the move. Caught behind the line. It's Sturdivant. And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Got it behind the line. It's Wilson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
The Gators come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Sturdivant. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Wallace. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Rebels will punt this one away. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
And the Rebels will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wilson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this. There he goes! Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. On the run, it's Lacey. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced third and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you've put them in a very predictable passing situation.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll run play action. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On the ground, it's Ball. On the move at the 30. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll give it to him again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Lagway. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the 1st down.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires downfield. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The run from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sturdivant. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
And the Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Wallace. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Diggs. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Handoff to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
The Rebels line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Using his legs, it's ball. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Oh, he's got some space. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Motion from the wide receiver. With the run on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure with this guy scrambling.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Ray. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The give to the back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Rides to the back. Plows through the defense. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Flagway. Gets rid of it. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Touchdown, Rebels! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. They are set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This will test them. You just gave up the game-tying interception, and now it's on you to try to get the lead back. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Livingston. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And the Gators didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Power football with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
It's good, and they go back on top.
Big-time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or 2 more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes. And the quarterback caught up two and sacked at the 12.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Caught behind the line. It's Stribling. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz. But because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got it behind the line. It's Diggs.
We'll give the defense credit there. On third down, it almost looked like they were expecting the screen. They gave up a few yards, but not enough for a first down. Now they've got a chance to get off the field.
The Rebels will send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose, already the fifth kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Catch in the middle. It's Hansen.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
The Gators in a good spot here with second and short. The give on the counter. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll try the run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Rush is on him. He'll try to do it himself. There he goes. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Haas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
A third down try for the offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He wants a big play here late. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, all right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got it in the middle. It's Hansen. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, to understand, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack,